contact with Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards through the dog leg, and now they're spinning further back.
That's why I love racing right there. Hell yeah.
Jeff Gordon wins at Phoenix.
Baby. Welcome back. Awesome job. Man, we just beat Kyle Busch.
Heated drivers and a hot finish. We welcome you to the fastest 30 minutes in television. It's Inside NASCAR. A lot to cover, and we got the gang to do it. He's a two-time Daytona 500 champion, Michael Waltrip. Brad Doherty, top pick of Carolina, an NBA All-Star, but always a race fan and car owner. And, of course, Kyle Petty from the Petty family, a driver himself who raced into 4 different decades. I'm Chris Myers, and let's jump right into Jeff Gordon. After a drought of 66 races without a victory, he gets a win. 4-time champ, but in the last 9 years, no championships. Is he back? Is he a true championship contender?
Well, I tell you what I saw in Jeff Gordon in Phoenix the other evening was aggressiveness in those last few laps. He really took that race car and made it a weapon. He was going to the front of the race. He was going to win that race no matter what. To answer your question, yes, Jeff Gordon is back.
He says he's back. Championship contender.
One race does not make a champion, and I'm going to say that. Is he a contender? He's been a contender every year. At the same time, can he keep the intensity of a 21 or 22-year-old?
Right.
And that's going to be the telltale sign.
He has all the tools, and maybe this
Gustafson, yep.
His new crew chief.
Yeah, Alan Gustafson comes in, does a great job. There's enthusiasm. He was fired up. Just a little bit of a change sometimes in sports on any team can make you better.
Maybe if I sat on that side of the table, I would think, what's the problem?
Sorry, you can stay on this. We'll talk more about his crew chief as Jeff went to the Oscars after to celebrate. In the first 2 races of the year, we saw a record number of lead changes. A 20-year-old come from nowhere. A 39-year-old come back from somewhere. Trevor Bayne and Jeff Gordon may forever be intertwined. And for Bayne, well, he's just sorting through the highs and lows of the big time.
At the Daytona 500, Trevor Bayne started race day as an unknown.
You know the 5th member of our team, veteran pit reporter and NASCAR insider Randy Pemberton. He's in Daytona on assignment and is standing by with a guy who's not only his brother, he's the vice president of competition and racing development for NASCAR. Randy?
Well, thanks, Chris. It has certainly been exciting both on and off the racetrack down here in the World Center of Racing.
Kyle, let's look a little bit deeper inside this video we just saw. These 2-car pod breakaways caused a couple of crashes, and the reason being, watch as Mark Martin and Kyle Busch, these 2 cars here, roll toward turn 1 at Daytona. They get down to turn 1, freeze it right there. You could see that Mark just wasn't lined up in line with Kyle's back bumper, and when they got in the corner, they were high on the racetrack. It sent Kyle spinning. Watch him drive this thing. He's still working his rear end off, and when he finally decides he can't drive anymore, he's looking over his shoulder thinking, please don't hit me.
Michael, first win on a Daytona track for Kurt Busch, but 3 times a runner-up in the Daytona 500, and he joins us from the Hermitage Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. Congratulations on the Saturday night win, Kurt, but the question here is, what did you take from that race that will help you the most in the running of Sunday's Daytona 500?
Well, thanks, gentlemen, and it's good to talk with you. It was a wonderful night for us to break through with the Shell Pennzoil colors on. And
Kurt, are you and crew chief Steve Addington, are you very, very confident that you're going to be able to make those changes to give yourself an opportunity to be up front? Because what we saw the other night is something that we've never seen.
Well, that's one of the things that me and Brad Keselowski had been working on through December and January testing was this 2-car draft. How can we master it? How can we absorb all the different scenarios that come about with it, whether it's in front or behind, the actual swap when you have to switch. We thought that this 2-car thing was going to be pretty powerful, and then, of course, it showed itself in the shootout on how you have to win.
Glad to have you on Inside NASCAR, and good luck Sunday in the running of the Great American Race, Kurt.
Thanks a lot. Good luck, Kurt.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
And to see more of our interview with Kurt, you can go to sports.show.com. Let's get back to the race, the conclusion of the Budweiser shootout. Here is Behind the Wheel. The kid's popularity is through the roof. Calls himself T-Bane because he likes the hip-hop artist T-Pain. So are you guys Baniacs? Are you excited? Are you over this kid? You think he's
I just love his enthusiasm, and it's bringing a lot of attention to our sport. A lot of kids across America are thinking, wow, he's 20 years old, he won the Daytona 500, maybe I want to give that a try, and I think that's healthy.
What he did at the Daytona 500 is unbelievable. It's a remarkable feat, but we need to really be careful and not paint him into a corner of being the next coming or the next savior, because the young man's got a long way to go.
Listen to this. He spent the most unbelievable, incredible week making the tour of New York City, San Francisco, all these different shows. And so when he got to Phoenix, was he focused? I hope he was, but you would suspect if he was or not. I guarantee you, he goes to Vegas this weekend, it'll be a different story.
Oh, he'll be focused. Yeah, he'll be focused when he gets to Vegas. If not, it'll be a long weekend.
He seems to have the right kind of approach, so we'll have to watch how it plays out.
I really enjoy the young man. He's a tremendous young guy. He says the right things. He carries himself very, very well, and he's a heck of a talented young race car driver. But let's give him a chance to grow into this persona that we're creating.
Yeah,
I know.
The media, it's like Bieber fever, which Michael had once, and it cleared up in a hurry.
We just have to look and see what happens this weekend. I think this weekend is a big week for Trevor Bayne.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Bayne, let's look back first at how he did in Phoenix. A little bumpy start for the Daytona 500 winner. We have 3 installments of our exclusive highlights. Here's part 1 of Behind the Wheel.
On the last race before Phoenix would be resurfaced,
for our entire gang, for Captain Stubing, Michael Waltrip, I kid, for Brad Doherty, Kyle, welcome to the show, Kyle Kenny, and Randy Pemberton. I'm Chris Myers. Remember, 9 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday nights. And join us for
Inside NASCAR.
About showtime.
Good job, Kyle. You got it right off the bat.
Right in there.
It took us a month to ever do that right.